Thor and his companions encountered a lofty city at noon, which they had to bend their necks to see. They entered a large palace where they found prodigious men and met the king, Utgard Loki, who they respected with great respect.
If I'm not mistaken, ain't that Thor? What skills do you and your friends have that makes you stand out? No one can stay here unless they're really good at something.
What I know best is to eat quicker than anyone. Matter of fact, I'm the fastest eater y'all will ever meet. I can prove it right now.
That'll be a real showstopper if you actually pulled it off. Loki, come here. I dare you to have an eating competition with him. Let's see if this so-called beast eater suits his title.
Bet you he ain't better than me. I'm the best eater there is.
Loki and Loki compete. Loki loses.
Seems like the undefeated just got defeated, huh? I will run a race with anyone here. Who wants the smoke?
I call forth Hugi to run a match with Dyfi.
Hugi and Thialfi start running.
How does it keep on getting faster?
Seems like you just got smoked. See you later, loser.
Hugi and Thialfi race, and Hugi wins.
What skills are you going to show off to prove that you are so talented as everyone says you are?
I will try a drinking match with anyone here.
Anyone who's a good drinker can down the horn in one go. Those most people takes 2 sips. Even the weakest can manage it in 3.
Thor looked at the horn, which seemed of no extraordinary size, though somewhat long. However, he was very thirsty. He set it to his lips without drawing breath, pulled as long and as deeply as he could, and when he looked inside, it wasn't empty.
Thor went to it again with all his might, but when he took the horn from his mouth, it seemed to him that he had drunk rather less than before.
Hey Thor, don't hold back. If you want to finish that drink in 3 gulps, you better chug it like you mean it.
Thor used his wrath to again set the horn to his lips and tried his best to empty the cup, but on looking and found that his liquor was only a little lower, so he gave up, handing the cup back.
I see now that you're not as strong as we thought you were. You're a bum. Although, I'll let you try another challenge.
What new trial do you have in mind?
We have a very trifling game here, in which we exercise none but children. It involves picking up my cat off the ground. I wouldn't have brought it up to some like Thor if I hadn't noticed he ain't as strong as we all thought he was.
A large cat sprang onto the whole floor. Thor putting his hand under the cat's belly and tries to raise him from the ground, but he struggled, only having one of the cat's feet lifted up, and gave up again.
This trial has turned out just as I imagined it would be. The cat is large, but Thor is little in comparison to our men.
Little as you call me, which one of you is bold enough to wrestle with me?
I see no one here. Let's bring out the old crone, my toothless nurse Ellie, and let's let Thor wrestle with her. Meow. A toothless old woman enters the hall and is instructed by Utgard Loki to take Thor's hand. Thor struggles and ended up losing to the old woman.
The next morning, at break of day, Thor and his companions dressed themselves and prepared for their departure. Utgard Loki ordered a table to be set for them, on which there was no lack of victuals or drink.
How do you think your journey has turned out, and have you met with any men stronger than yourself?
I can't deny I have brought great shame to myself, and what grieves me most is that you will call me a loser for the rest of my life.
Utgard Loki then goes about the longest speech ever.
Oop, he mad.